Hey there, welcome back to Bishop's Garage. I'm Bishop. My yard is my garage. My tennis court here is my garage. Today we're going to be visiting a little bit with Hank here. We're going to go ahead and work on some wiring, some spark plugs, some points and condenser, all of the little good stuff to kind of give him a chance to maybe breathe back to life. As if you haven't heard yet, Hank had a fire a few years back. He was sitting in California for a while after being bought out of Ohio. So Hank hasn't run in, a good 5+ years due to basically having all of his innards burned out in the backside of the bus. We've replaced the wiring, and we're going to bring you along today to go ahead and see if we can fire this guy up. Let's get to this. Blue Bus Coffee. All right, first spark plug out. Let's see what that looks like up close. All right, so yeah, running a little rich, really sooty. I don't see any bits missing on the electrode.
Some are in actually pretty good shape.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we've got new plugs in there, both sides. Let me show you what we got. Here's our number one. You saw that earlier. See if I can get a better shot. There's our number one. There's our two. They are gapped properly. They look a little sooty. Now three, look at that thing. It was slightly loose in the socket. So I'm guessing we had some misfires and some low-pi. Number four, yeah, that looks really good. That one was also mostly loose in the socket, just finger tight. All right, I'm about to pull the distributor cap off for the first time. You can kind of see what that looks like underneath. Inside. All right. Some cleaning. We've got a new one anyway, so who cares? Rotor. Here's our end. That's not terrible. Points. Yeah, we'll be adjusting them anyways. Alright, condenser is just fried. Alright, so we've got one more wire to replace, and the engine wiring should be done. And we'll go ahead and put that on our next agenda. The fuel pump, and we'll pump out what old gas is sitting in the gas tank. We'll see what color that is. So we've got this moving now. Let's take a look at the the wiring on the poor condenser here. You can see it's a little burnt. Luckily, when you get Bosch replacement parts, comes with all new wiring. So yes, we're going to replace the condenser there and the points as well. All right, so looking at the old points, there's the little feeler that runs on the rotating distributor axle, and as you can see, it is gone flat, worn flat. So there would be no way that these points would be opening except running bare metal, I guess. Yeah, they've certainly worn out. Time for a new pair. See, looking at the new pair, you can see there's that nub. Quite a difference. See if we can get that focus for you there and go, yeah, quite a difference. All right, let's get these in there. All right, we're looking in the 68 bus here, and that floor is just amazing. That is just, I have not seen anything like that, and I bet you haven't either. And what the hell is that? There's a 25 that looks screwed in or riveted in there. You know, maybe what that is, why don't you bleep bloop it down in the comments. Let me know. And, all right. Jason's busy cleaning. I'll let him do that, and I'm going to do more wiring. All right, so Jason's working on Hank here. He's crawling under there, replacing some of the old and tired fuses. What we've got going on here is we're about to start this now, I'm hoping. We've replaced all the dead wiring in the back. We've just got a brand new ignition switch. Jason got that in. Hopefully got some footage for that so I can share that with you.
All right, so I was helping out John with replacing the ignition switch on this guy. We got like new wiring for all the different pieces right here. The old one had like a bunch of severed wires that didn't go anywhere. I didn't get a chance to record exactly popping it out. It's a kind of a tight squeeze, but I'll show you kind of what I did as best I can. So when you're underneath here, there is this little screw right there, and you got to take that out. Once you unscrew that, you got to make sure not to lose it. It's super tiny and really hard to replace. This mechanism right here will just slide right out. Little ignition switch will slide right out. You pop the new one in, screw the screw in there, run the wires through. Each one has a specific spot to go to. This red wire goes to the socket where behind your behind your headlights. It's kind of a pain to get to. You got to really like reach up underneath. It's the very last plug on the top, but you get that one plugged in. The black and red wire goes down to this little connector piece right here. And then you got the black wire, which goes to your fuse to provide electricity to the coil and everything. So you just got to get those all plugged in. And then after that, you're all good to go. It's pretty easy. Needs a lot of flexibility though. So get your yoga classes in before you start doing it. The gray wire is loose right now. It goes to the key buzzer. We haven't decided if we're going to connect that or not. I have read on some message boards that some people actually just replace that wire instead of going to the key buzzer. They run it to the radio so that the radio will run even when the car's not on, like when it's just not fully on. So we haven't decided if that's what we're going to do yet. But that's all there is to it.
And then on the inside here, we have power at our coil, power at our electric fuel pump. So we have fuel going up to our fuel make it happener. So I've got a can of, oh my God, ether. So we're gonna go ahead and try popping this off and see what happens here, and you can watch.
Ready?
Yep. Bring the thunder. Here's the old ignition switch. And a lot of you may wonder what this gray wire is. We found out what that is. That is a electricity when you put the key in, and it goes to a key buzzer, so you know you've left your key in the ignition. Some people actually hook this up to their radio and use that as a put the key in and play the radio. All right, here I am in Hank, going to do some rewiring. We're looking at the blinker unit here. You can see where this is buried underneath on top. There's a screw that goes through that and it bolts on the bottom. And that is the current wiring layout. You can see it's kind of sketchy, and of course that is burned out, so we have a brand new one that we're going to replace. Here's that. A little bit on the pricey side, but certainly worth it. We have our new blinker module installed. Here it is, nice and blue. It grounds through this screw which bolts on the underside, so make sure that's in place. All I did was make sure that I put the wires back where they were before, and it all worked fine. And in fact, you can hear this when I pull this. It's got a nice ding, 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 instead of a ding, 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 super fast. Apologize for my sound effects, but that's kind of the way that goes. So that's replaced, so now we can test our blinkers left and right. Excellent. We have that side. And that side. Wow. Nice bright back. And there we go. All right, so now that we got our blinkers done and our wiring done, we can put our dash back together and let's start this beast. All right, we're on. We're hot, we're live. All right, let me grab my ether. It's in neutral, right?
It's on a block. It's not on.
All right, let me put a block on the back side of the tire too.
Yes, it's in neutral now.
Although these things are so torquey, they'll jump over a block.
Well, I've got my foot on the brake in case I need it.
All right, 1 second here. All right, give it a start.
Ready?
Yep. Bring the thunder. Fuck yeah! Woo! Fuck it up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woo! Fucking damn yeah. Dude, it's idling nicely. Wow. And it's just idling.
You'll be very excited too.
Fuck, first try. Jesus. Fucking awesome. The fast idle's a little high. All right, now we're going to clean this thing up. Carburetor linkage is a little gummy. I'm going to go ahead and WD-40 that. But I think, as you can hear, this is running amazing right out of the box. Resurrected from the fire. Hank's happy. Jason's happy. I'm happy.
Very happy.
Yeah. So now, of course, we're going to anoint this. And we're going to properly toast to it. All right, on Hank, we got a couple of issues. We don't have brake lights. We have running lights. We don't have flashers and we don't have brakes. The relay could be fried because we tried out some of the electrics before we had actually rerun and fixed up the wiring, and so we may have shorted something out. So we have a new relay coming. Certainly can't hurt to have a brand new one. Although, phew, it's like 70 bucks. All right, so what we're gonna do now is, we know it runs, but will it move? So, well, come along for Hank's first move in, well, quite a number of years. Well, maybe first move. We don't know what's going to happen. So let's give it a shot. All right. Oh, oh,
Actually works.
oh God, dude. All right, see you, man. Trying to find reverse?
Reverse up or down?
You're good. There you go. Straighten it out.
We'll get used to having so little power steering. Yep, killed it. Yeah, I'll fix it up real quick.
All right. Dude, that starts so easy. There you go.
There.
Give it more onions.
I guess so.
No, more onions. Bring the thunder. There you go. That's good.
Oh, it works.
All right, so it runs. What's your first words?
Yeah, you can break one.
All right.
It runs incredibly well. Like, it's going to take some getting used to having no power steering and a much more sensitive clutch, but it runs surprisingly well for its age.
Damn.
Yeah.
Woohoo!